Well, hello YouTubers, and welcome to another video that I wasn't planning on doing, not even slightly, but I was taking A2A's C182 Skylane for a bit of a spin to go and track down some VOR, so I figured why not do a video on how to track a VOR for those of you that don't know how to do it. So, just got my map out, and we're heading towards Lambourne VOR, which is 115.6, which I've already tuned in here. That's into my nav 1. Tune that in. Just turn nav 1 on. We'll listen for the Morse code, make sure it lines up with what we know. Okay, that's fine. Right. Now, how am I going to find this VOR? This little boy here. Right, so at the moment, that white needle is across. Now the best way to find your VOR from this point is go in the middle of that line, so we want to be heading south. So if we just align this up, there we go. Oh, just turn that until it goes almost straight. Right, so that's the heading we need there. Which is 190, so if we just turn that around to 190, 190, whichever way, and then we can turn onto that heading. Now it's just a case of following and making little adjustments as we go, as this vertical needle changes. Now my plan here, whether I'm going to stick to it or not, who knows. My plan here, because I did say in my next video I'd be going to Athens from Stansted, little change of mind, is to go from London Heathrow up to either Glasgow or Edinburgh and do a shuttle flight in a British Airways Airbus. And that's the plan. Now I'm going to get to Heathrow by tracking VORs. If you notice, the GPS is off. Right, let's just trim this up a little bit. Okay, so you can see the needle's slowly starting to get away. So what we do, we just spin this the other way. Oops, too much. Just spin it until it gets straight again. That'll give us the heading that we need to intercept the VOR. The wrong way. No. Oops. There we go. Try not to be so heavy-handed, hey. Okay, so 195 is the heading we need. We're currently flying at 210, so let's go for a left here. As we get closer, that vertical needle will get more erratic. So there's no need to make such adjustments really, because that means you're pretty much on top. And once we've passed over the VOR, this little nav here, this little arrow, white arrow that's pointing up, will then point backwards to tell us that we've passed it, to which point we tune in the next VOR. So now it's not legal VFR conditions, as you can tell by the wind. But that's the perks of a simulator, I suppose, is you can go flying whenever you want. We have got real weather on. Use an active sky next. Drifting again. Right, so let's just make a little adjustment on this and see what adjustment we need to make to our course. Sorry, our heading. Right, so now we want to be flying at 200. Left a wee bit. Doesn't help the fact that it is extremely windy. Right, so that is perfect at the minute. Once we fly over this, we'll tune the next VOR in, and we'll go and find that one. Now, I'm not using the map on Flight Sim because I have got a real world, slightly outdated map. In fact, what is the year on this map? It's old. That's 2008, so that's fine. Sheet 2171 CD, South England and Wales edition, 34. Right, so our next VOR is, as I'm not paying any attention, okay, ooh, hello. Right, so it's getting away from us again here. Just keep adjusting it, but the moment it starts getting out of hand, you're pretty much on top and there really is no need. Okay, so we can just fly like that for a minute while I try and find the VOR. I'll find where I am first. Ah, right, so the next VOR is going to be Bovingdon, and that's 113.75. So if we tune that in on here, 113.75. Then the moment we pass this, we'll tune that VOR and this needle will move. Now on this it's to our, when we pass over this VOR, it's going to be slightly northwest. So as it is, we're expecting the needle to come across this way here. And then we know we need to fly a heading of 325-ish, or 310, 320, something like that, to turn towards the VOR. And then it's a matter of lining this up and finding our heading. It really is quite simple. So now we're flying exactly on course. Let me turn that off. Oops. Right. Drop altitude a bit, I think. So it's power. It's your PAT, power, attitude, trim. So I'm happy for that to go down. Oh, like that. So we just trim it to hold the nose down at that. Oh, wind is pushing me around all over the place. There we go. About a 5-degree descent. That's it. I've got no throttle on now, and we've got the nose trimmed. Power, attitude, trim. PAT. With that I've gone a bit, so there we are, that's where we want to be flying, just there. Okay, now we're flying blind, so we have to do it by the instruments. There we go. According to the map, the VOR is about here somewhere, might not be quite that far, might be about here. So VFR, visual flight rules, we can use this airfield as a landmark as to where we know the VOR is, and to just put a bit of cloud. There's a big junction to our right there. In fact, let me look and see what junction that is, and then we can always also use that as a reference. Okay, it's the M11. We know that much. See the junction, there's too much writing. M11 M25 junction, so we can use a bit of right rudder. Where's it gone? Gone way off course. There we go. Right, that is our reference point there. That's where the M11 and the M25 meet. We're always looking for reference points, things we can reference. Before we do this flight, we would have done a little notepad to have on our knee. And we'd write the name of this airfield, which is near the VOR. We'd also write what junction that is and what roads they are. So we're always picking reference points on where to find where we're going. So we're very close to this VOR now, because as I said, I've looked on the map and I know it's just on the backside of this airfield. We're pretty much on course. There's no point changing the course on there. In fact, let's have a look and see if there's anything we can reference off on the next VOR. Where did I say we were going? That's it, Bovingdon. Okay, so it's near M1 junction 6. Right on the outskirts of Luton airspace, so we need to be at 2,500 feet plus. to apply with the air laws. What else have we got here? Things like that. The railway line right next to it. Either side of it there's a railway line. And it's right next to the M25 again. So there we go, we can use the M25 as a reference. There's a railway line either side of it. You can use that as a reference. And there should be a telegraph pole which stands at 794 feet. Whether that's going to be on this scenery or not, I have no idea. Right, so we've got our reference points, that's fine. It's always good to know what to look out for when you're approaching the VOR that you're flying towards. Right, so that's the M25. The M11 is the one that runs straight down. In real life that would probably be at a standstill. Again, golf course, that could be used as a reference point. There's always references. Right, that needle's just gone mental now, so we're going to get back up to 3,000 feet. So power, let the nose rise. That's the attitude we want to hold it at, so we trim it at that. Obviously in real life it's a lot easier to trim because you can feel the pressure on the flight controls. You don't get that sensation in the simulator obviously, so it is a bit of a guessing game. Alright, once that needle points backwards, then we'll go ahead and tune our next. Got an itchy foot. Oh. We'll go ahead and tune our next VOR, which is, as we've said, Bovington. Right, the needle's gone backwards, so we'll tune Bovington here, switch those over. Right, so we want to fly west. Because that's in the middle of 21 and 33. West, so we'll start flying west. Okay, that's west. Right, now we're facing west. We know we need to go northwest ever so slightly, so we'll tune this in here. That'll give us our heading that we need. Okay, so we're flying that heading now. So all we do, same thing, just keep flying this heading. But remember, we're going to be right on the outskirts of Luton airspace, so we need to be at 2,500 feet. But that's pretty much it. I just thought I'd do a quick video on how to track a VOR for those of you that don't know how to do it. I'm going to continue on with my flight to Heathrow, and then the next video hopefully will be from Heathrow up to Scotland somewhere. It'll be a shuttle flight. I'll go on the internet and find out what real shuttle numbers are for those flights. I could even use flight radar. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching, and catch you on board my next flight. Cheers guys, take care.